What's going on, everybody? Mike McIntyre here, back from All Things Sports, bringing you another brand new video today. Today we are here to unbox and review two new products that I've recently picked up, and I'd like to show you and tell you all about them in today's video, so let's get right into it. Before we begin, you guys know the drill. Please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. It really helps the channel out, and we are trying to grow it. So take care of those three things, and let's get into this brand new video. These are a pair of Shimano S-Phyres, as you can see right here. These are the 903s in the wide version. So these are kind of rare. They're not easy to find. Obviously, they are a little bit more accessible online, but in a lot of bike shops, at least in my area, they never have the wide size. So I finally found a pair of the 903s, so we're going to unbox them and review them. And the other thing that I recently picked up are a brand new pair of road cycling pedals. These are the Look Keo blades in the carbon version. There are a few different versions of these. These are the entry-level blades with the carbon body. So we're going to talk about the pedals, and I'll show you the shoes, and that will be today's video. I'll definitely jump onto the bike later on in the video and tell you how the shoes feel alongside these pedals. So I'm going to unbox and review these quickly in the garage studio here, and then I'll jump on the bike. I'll cut to that later in the video, and then we'll wrap it up back here. Inside the box are the shoes themselves, so we'll get these out and we'll show you what the shoes look like. I'll tell you about the upper. So you get the shoes, and then you just get some documentation alongside a couple of insole inserts here just for arch support. So that's pretty much it. Some of the documentation helps you mount cleats and things like that. So we're just going to put the box there for now. And let's talk about the 903. So these are the Shimano S-Phyre 903s. Very popular road cycling shoe. In white is just my favorite color option at the moment, so I went with the white version. Again, the wide version of these are hard to find. So these are the wide version. I typically have a wide foot, and from all my years playing soccer, I kind of know that I have a wider fitting foot. My arch is quite decent. It's not like I have flat feet or anything like that. I just need something a little bit wider in the midfoot and toe box area to support my foot shape. So the S-Phyre 903s, they come in a standard version and a wide version. I have read a lot about these, and a lot of people say that the wide version are not the widest shoe on the market. I'm aware of that. But after trying these on, they did fit me comfortably, and they're a shoe that I wanted to give a shot. So we'll tell you a little bit about how these are constructed, what the upper's made out of, and things like that. So the 903s are made from what Shimano calls a microfiber leather upper. So I'm just going to call it a synthetic. You can see that they have a ton of perforations throughout the upper on the lateral side and the medial side of the foot here. This is just to help with breathability. You have an external heel, I'm going to say an external heel counter, but this is to provide any kind of rigidity in the heel so that the shoe doesn't twist on you. So it's supposed to be an anti-twist heel cup here, externally constructed, and you get two BOA dials here. These are what BOA calls the Li2. So these are quite cool because you can micro adjust them in both directions. So you can tighten them, and you can hear it's a very satisfying click. It's a very clear click, so you know when you're actually tightening the dial. But you can also reverse it the other way and loosen the shoe. So you can tighten it in one direction, loosen it in the other, so you get very fine adjustments. And the fact that you have two BOA dials means you can adjust two different parts of the lacing system here. So you have the lower part and the upper part. The upper part has, if I loosen it, you just need to pop the dial out to loosen it, and then it loosens really well. And you can see how the upper portion of this dial has this sort of fold over strap, if you will, that just kind of helps wrap the upper part of the foot. And again, you can just push the dial down to engage its tightening mechanism, and you can hear how fine the adjustment is with the BOA dial. And again, the fact that you can adjust them in both directions is a feature that I haven't had on my previous road cycling shoes. So that's something I'm excited about here. And then on the bottom, you have this wraparound microfiber construction. You can see in the bottom in the midfoot area that the upper kind of just comes to a stitching seam here. So they do wrap the upper around the bottom, but you can see how it has this carbon fiber sole plate. So you have the base is this carbon fiber construction. This says it's got a stiffness index of 12. Whatever that is worth, I'm not sure there's a standardized stiffness index. So if one company says it's a 12 and another company says it's a 12, I don't know if there's a standard out there or anything like that, so it might not be the same stiffness. So take that with a grain of salt. The idea is this is supposed to be the stiffest sole plate that Shimano offers in their cycling shoe lineup. Okay, it's the top of the range, so it's supposed to be their stiffest carbon fiber sole plate. There's a little vent at the bottom, as you can see right up there. That's a little airflow seam as well, just to get some airflow into the base of the shoe. You've got a nice little rubber sort of covering here around the toe area, just to prevent any kind of toe hittage against your tires or things like that. And then the last part is these are obviously designed for a road cleat, so you have the 3-bolt system here with the 2 and the 1. So the base of the S-Phyres do offer really good cleat adjustment. And there's just a little piece of rubber on the heel here. If ever you are walking in them, there's this piece of black rubber along the heel here for protection of the base, if you will, just to allow you to walk in them. So I decided to upgrade and go for the Keel blades. Now Look are known for their pedal systems. They make ski bindings as well, so they are known for this kind of system. There are 3 different models of the Keel blades. They make a carbon version, which are these. They make a carbon ceramic version, which upgrades the bearing in the axle to a ceramic bearing. And then there's a carbon ceramic titanium version, which includes titanium spindles to reduce weight. Now the blade systems, they have this carbon blade along the bottom that you can upgrade depending on how tight or how much, what's the word I'm looking for? How much lock-in you want. So if you want your cleat to really lock in, it's like a binding. If you have a higher index at the bottom, it'll take more force to exit the pedal. So you can upgrade the carbon body at the bottom. These pedals are supposed to be more aerodynamic because they have this carbon base along the bottom, so airflow is supposed to glide smoothly over it, so take that for what you will. But these are the carbon-bodied Look Keel blade pedals. The new version, they recently upgraded these for what it's worth. I don't think there's much of a difference between the old ones and the new ones, but you have the carbon body of the pedal. You have a, I think it's a steel axle with a regular sort of steel bearing in here, and it spins quite freely from right out of the box with these sort of metal plates along the base of the axle here, just to provide you with a little bit more durability over time. I'm going to set the system up, and then we're going to cut to me later on. This will be in the future, where I'm actually riding with these cleats and these shoes, and I'll just give you a little bit of my first impressions with these cleats and these pedals and these shoes out on a ride. And I'll just talk a little bit about my first impressions of them and how they feel, and then we'll wrap the video up.
All right, let's just slow this down for a second. So this is my first ride with the new S-Phyres on and my new pedals. I'm about 20 kilometers in, and overall, I think these are gonna be fantastic. They need a little bit of time to break in, as with pretty much any shoe, but overall, I really like these. They fit well. They fit really well. They breathe really well. I love the adjustability with the 2 Li2 BOA dials. And they just clip into the pedals really well. I might play a little bit with my cleat position, but yeah, overall, these are gonna be really good. Just a little bit of break-in time needed. And these are gonna be a really good pair of road cycling shoes.
So there you guys have it. That was future me testing these out, telling you a little bit about my first impressions of the cleats and the pedals, and of course of the shoes themselves. That is it for today's video. So I'm Mike McIntyre, All Things Sports. I'm signing off for now. Catch you guys in the next video. Till then, take care.